Hello everybody, this is Vicious TV here, and I'm here to make a Hazama for Dummies for BlazBlue Tag, yay! Alright, so I'm going to tell you how I play with Hazama, and hopefully that actually helps people. This could go one of three ways, guys. This could actually be much appreciated by the community, it could be ignored entirely, or there could be a bunch of people proving me wrong about things that I think that I know, which, I wholeheartedly welcome that, to be honest. But yeah, here goes. So what should I start off with? I guess the first thing I should start off with is Hazama's auto combos. That may be helpful. Alright, so this is going to be his A auto combo. Actually, hold on a second. Player side high. Okay, gotcha. So you see how there's a red circle in the middle of that screen that resembles a D-pad? Alright, so this is 5. Where the red circle is, that's 5, meaning neutral. You're not pressing any button. That's just the way it is. It's just, in the middle. You're not pressing anything. And this is his auto combo. 5A, A. And as you can see, this is his 5C from BlazBlue. The second hit is a part of his Exceed Excel from Central Fiction. And there's Serpent Sword, which was a special move in the previous BlazBlue games. And that last move is a kick called Super Snake Kick, Serpent's Infernal Rapture, or Jayako Hotenji. It is the baby version of a super, which is that right there. You kick the opponent up into space, basically, and that's that. I think they got that from his unlimited version, the baby version of that kick, because in the old versions he had like a superpower version that could just do it out of nothing. But those are his A normals, his A auto combos, and I'm going to show you his B auto combos, which is just pressing B twice, or 3 times actually. So he sends his snake out by hitting 5B, or you can hit 6, you can hit 4. 4 is back, 6 is forward, yada yada yada. You send the snake out, and it has quite a bit of hit stun. As a matter of fact, it has quite a bit of block stun. I believe it's plus to like a certain extent. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's plus pretty something fierce. But if you're far enough away, somebody could punish it, so be careful with that. And I think I'll get into that later. But that's what you use to close the distance. But anyway, enough of that. You can press B again after you send the snake to lunge yourself towards the opponent. In the other BlazBlue titles, he had more ways to get closer to the opponent, but this is the route that they went with. And depending on when you press B, like if you do it really fast, like BB, it changes the trajectory of the lunge. If you're really far away, it's going to straighten out his lunge more. But if you do it halfway or really close to you, it's going to launch him up into the air. That is how he moves around. But that's not the end of the auto combo. If you press B a 3rd time, you get that kick there. And they put that kick there because it's a part of one of his BMBs, or bread and butters, as we say in the fighting game community, of course. So there's that. And next, we have his other auto combo. He's one of the characters that has more than one auto combo, which is his 2B, B, B. Basically, it's the same as this, except you get this anti-air here. This anti-air, so if somebody's trying to attack you, like they're trying to jump to attack you, hold on a second. I think that works. Let me see. That, damn it. Yeah, that actually does work. So if somebody's trying to attack you while they're in the air, you get priority over them, and you get to sort of counter them. And you can press B 3 times in order to do an auto combo from there. Oh, whoops. God damn it. I'm trying to do another one. Or you can like end it with A. You can end, instead of doing B 3 times, you can do B, B, A, and then jump and press some more A's if you want. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. He has some more auto combos. Are you ready? So if he jumps in the air and he presses B, his JB is sending another snake, and it's always going to be right there in that direction. My friend, he likened it to a dive kick, basically. A dive kick that he doesn't get in trouble for. I don't like doing it from certain angles because, as you can see, as I just did, you fall short. So it's hard to like actually do some combos if you fall short like that. Like if you hit their feet, you're not getting anything out of that. It's one of the most frustrating things about Hazama in this game, and I'll get to that later. But yeah, basically same thing. You can hit B 3 times and get the kick, or you know, hit B twice. Whoops, sorry, I'm just in the habit of doing another one. And get the knives, but I don't really recommend hitting A afterwards. He also has another auto combo, I guess you could call it. He can hold square, or hold A, more rather, while jumping, and he does this little flurry of slashes. Now, in the previous game, it used to be... Hold on a second. Whoops. In the previous game, you could just press the buttons rapidly, but in this game, they made it easier so you can just hold it. I still press it. You can still press them and still get the same amount of accuracy, and you'll be fine. But those are the auto combos. I think next I ought to get to normals, which I probably should have covered that first. Fuck it, I'll edit the video. Alright, so I'm going to go over his unique normal and his other normals, basically. Besides, you know, his auto combo 2B starter or whatever. So he has his 4, which is back. He has his 4A. Oops, let me turn counter off. He has his 4A, which I struggled to realize what this is actually for, because you can do 4A and then go into his regular auto combo. And it doesn't get you that much more damage, but it's there. I think it's actually just used for if you like come up short when you do his B auto combo. You just get a little bit more range when you come in, because as you can see, his 5A is just kind of close, whereas like his knee is a little bit better, I believe. But I don't really use it, so I don't know. If somebody could come up with something better for that, I would welcome that. I would welcome somebody to tell me what that would be for, but I don't really use it for anything. And then there's his 2, which is down. His 2A, which is a low profiling move, which means basically if an opponent is standing up, holding back, blocking, then this will catch them off guard, and then you can combo them from there. So you can go from 2A to 5A being the auto combo, just standing up doing the auto combo, or you can do whatever you want. Oh, that's right, I forgot to mention. Ah, fuck it, I'll get to it later. 2C is a sweep. It also low profiles, and you can get a combo off of it. And you know what? Fuck it, I might as well mention it now. So 2B launches you. I forgot to mention that in the previous segment. 2B launches you in this game, and previously in BlazBlue it only launched on counter. Now it's just a full-blown launcher. So yeah, you can enjoy that. And oh yeah, I think there's one more normal I forgot. Jumping C. It used to be quarter circle back B or 2-1-4B in the air with Hazama, but they just made it his regular ass normal in this game, which is kind of disappointing because it doesn't have an EX version, and I thought it would, but it's whatever. You cannot super cancel off of this to my knowledge either, which is kind of bogus, but whatever. And I think that actually does it for normals. And what should I move on to next? Alright, so the meta with Hazama is kind of weird in this game. Now, on previous BlazBlue titles, I would say, well, you know, this range is the best range you could possibly be at, right? I mean, there's not a lot of characters that can contest with you at this range, but in this game, that's not the truth, really. There's a lot of characters that can contest with Hazama. Remember how I said in a previous segment that jumping B is like a dive kick he doesn't really get in trouble for? Oh, he can get in trouble for it. You just have to have the right character. Like Narukami has a super that's basically a big laser beam, and if you whiff or he blocks this shit, he will hit you. So you got to be careful how you play with Hazama in this game, like very careful. Even more so in Central Fiction because of the way he works. But we'll go through all of that here in a second. Yeah, I almost forgot the special moves. So each character in this game has, normally most characters in this game at least, have two sets of special moves. It will be quarter circle forward or 2-3-6, and there is quarter circle back, which is 2-1-4. I'm going to show you both of them with Hazama. Alright, so this is going to be quarter circle back A. It is a slap to a sweep, which low profiles, meaning if they're standing up, then they won't be able to block. They got to block that crouching. Quarter circle forward is the opposite. It's a slap, and then the next move is an overhead, meaning if they're blocking downwards, then they're going to get hit. And they both have their uses, but I'll get into that a little bit later in the video. Quarter circle back and forward A. You can hold them and you can get an enhanced version of the move that does a little bit more damage. Oops. Trying not to hit this motherfucker with the first hit, but this game has auto run and dash and shit. Yeah, see? It does a little bit more damage and it gets them up in the air a little bit higher. And the same with this. I think that actually gives you just more positive frames that they're blocking. And it does give you a little bit more damage than the normal version too, as well. If you do quarter circle back B, you get the enhanced version anyway. There's a reason for that. And then if you do quarter circle forward B, you get the enhanced version of the overhead anyway. And they both have EX versions, meaning an enhanced version of the move. Which is funny because they're not really the moves that are enhanced. They're just two different moves entirely. So this is quarter circle back, or 2-1-4 C. It is Hazama's command grab from BlazBlue. And basically what this does is it opens up your defenses. You can do combos with this shit. And that was a sucky combo, but you get the idea. I'm just trying to hurry along with this. You move forward if your opponent is not in block stun. But if they're in block stun or in hit stun, it won't work at all. This is quarter circle forward, or 2-3-6 C. It's hungry coils, which is sort of like an attack grab. Can we just cut something out real quick? Instead of making the number notations, I'm just going to go with quarter circle motions. It just seems easiest to me. So hungry coils doesn't really work when the opponent is grounded. It works when the opponent is in the air, and you get to slam them on the other side of the screen. And as you can see, it does a decent amount of damage with just those few hits. You can combo off of it. Oops. You can combo off of it by jumping and hitting B. If you're a better player than me. Hold on a sec, I've been playing online a lot. See what I mean there? But yeah, that's it. And let me quickly tell you about the supers. There's super number 1, which is going to be quarter circle forward B plus C, which is his super snake kick. Kicks him up into space. You can continue with another combo like, I don't know, hungry coils if you want. I don't think that is supposed to work because he does a super beforehand. They really kind of nerfed it, so you can't really do too much after it. You know? Quarter circle back is the super that you want to use to punish people far range that are using like really far range supers. It's a mid to far range super, and as you can see, it draws them in close so you can get a lot of damage. 5.3k. It's pretty good. You could also do that super from Hungry Coils, just like you can in Blaze Blue. There you go. 6.8k. But you spent 3 bars, so you got to keep that in mind. I think this is a section where I want to talk about the grabs just really quick. Hazama has 2 grabs. Not a lot of characters have 2 different grabs, but he does. So he has his forward grab, which is just, you can do his forward grab just by hitting B and C at the same time. And it just kicks them into the air. Can't really get a good assist after it. You have to like call an assist beforehand that's like delayed. Or something along those lines. But you can get Hungry Coils after it just like you can in Blaze Blue. Yada yada yada. Then he has his back grab, which he can get his other super off with, which is quarter circle back, B plus C. So there's that. I think the next thing I'm going to do is probably try and get into the meta and explain how to use some of the special moves in tandem with teammates. Okay, so the meta for Hazama is really weird in this game because he doesn't have as many options as he does in Blaze Blue, but at the same time he has the options that matter, but not all the options that matter, I guess. It's hard to explain. So obviously this is the range you want to be at with Hazama, especially when you're fighting somebody like Gordo, because Gordo will do some shit like this. And you don't want Gordo to do some shit like that because he can do a big ass combo on you. So while you're at this range here, you can hit Gordo. And obviously what you want to do after you hit Gordo with that snake is you just want to do a combo. That wasn't like a really high damage combo, but it's a combo that you want to do, I feel like. You can try to do like a 7k combo, but it's actually kind of difficult on the spot with Hazama in this game. Yeah, you gotta like do some real complicated shit. I saw it on Twitter, but yeah. You want to be at like a good mid to far range against characters like Gordo. Characters like New might be a completely different story. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I'll give you the cliff notes on what I got on that later. But yeah, you want to stay at a good mid range because if he calls a teammate in and you do jumping B, odds are you might clip one of them. And this is like the best part about Hazama because that is just like a good dive kick. If it's a character like S, like I said, far range characters you might have a problem with, but with Gord, it's all good. You just gotta watch yourself because if you fight the wrong fucking person, they might block your shit. Like if you try and zoom in on them while they block it, they might DP you and worse shit. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can change the character here. I love this game's practice mode, by the way. Let's see. Yep, just like this. Watch this. Yeah, Hazama can get stuff really easy with DPs and yeah, DPs and anti-airs. That's Hazama's like fucking crux in this game. Sorry. Just force of habit. I really like doing tag combos in this game. So when you're playing close quarters with Hazama, it's really an awkward spot, and if I were you, I would try my best to get out of that situation as quickly as possible. Normally when I'm fighting, I do a lot of hyper jumps back, or I will jump and air dash like quickly. Like I have a button preset to L1. Everybody should have it preset to L1 on PlayStation, where you just air dash instantly. Which basically is just A plus B, but yeah. I have it set to a button so I can get away. And a lot of times I'll get away by doing that. And my friends are sick to death of it. But the close quarters game, if you're put in a situation where you're really close and uncomfortable, his normals aren't bad. It's just they have really short range. Like, I find myself whiffing a lot with him. When, like, Ragna can just, like, kick me. Ragna can kick me, sweep me, and do, like, Hell's Fang. Or even Wallstein. Oh, my God. Fucking Wallstein. Look at where I am, right? I cannot touch Wallstein. I still can't touch Wallstein. Watch this. Bam. As a matter of fact, don't just watch that. Look at that shit. I just got 3K done on me. I wasn't that close to him. You know what I mean? But that's just footsie range. You have to understand that. And you have to understand that Hazama's footsies are weird in this game. And you have to understand that you need to use this shit as much as possible. And you need to get a good hit. But there is an underlying problem with that, because when you do this and your opponent bursts, let me see. Can I set this motherfucker to burst? Let's see. Burst. Is that in counterattack settings? Backstep throw. Swap. It's not even... I don't think it's actually available. Well, whatever. If they burst, they'll deplete their tag gauge, but the thing about Hazama is if he's fighting somebody like Wallstein, this is a big problem, because Wallstein can... Yo, I don't know if anybody understands this, but Wallstein has fucking footsies, man. Look at this motherfucker. I cannot touch him. I can't touch him at all. I need to use my shot. I need to use a projectile. And this isn't me complaining, it's just me realizing the reality of the situation, you know? Wallstein will fucking hit me when I can't hit him. And I ran into this earlier, which is why I'm putting this into the Hazama for Dummies video. Stay away from this guy. If Hazama had up chains like a Blaze Blue, I don't think it'd be such an issue, but this guy's normals are nuts. And so are other characters, so you really have to pick your shots. But it's really difficult because burst is so plentiful in this game. So you gotta like take your time, but you also have to like try and rush them a little bit at the same time. Like, try and keep them on their toes by shooting the snakes, by pressing jump B, or even B, mix it up a little bit. And hell, if you're feeling froggy, don't even complete it. Just go over there by hitting BB really quickly. And you can hold A in the air once you get there, just so you know you have a fucking combo coming down. But then again, they might anti-air you. So you just got to be careful on how you do it. You could just block, but there are also certain characters like yourself. Hold on. Whoops. Hold on a second. See, I can't block that in the air because you can't block DPs while you're in the air, unfortunately. Unless it's a situation where you cannot block no matter what, I suppose. Like, if you got out of a combo and somebody tries to DP you, they can't DP you because you just recovered out of a combo. You can't help but to get DP'd, I guess. Which also reminds me, if you do quarter circle forward or back, A or B, and you press the DP button, or not button, the button's 2DP, A plus D, you can do Hazama's DP, which hasn't really helped me out much because, oh whoops, that's not what I meant to do. It hasn't really helped me out much because, as you can see there, look at the bottom right. You see how you can't recover from, or how he can't fucking use the tag gauge? He can't use the tag gauge, but If I call new in, he can use the tag gauge again. So I think that's kind of worthless. I just wanted to show you guys that just so you don't go trying it and thinking that, you know, it's supposed to work, because it doesn't. Let's see. I think that's about it for the meta. It's really hard to describe the meta without actually having somebody in here to show you how it's supposed to work. So I'm going to post a video of me fighting along with this so you can sort of understand where I'm coming from. Alright, so Hazama was a character in BlazBlue where I could get like a lot of good pressure strings going with because of Serpent's Benediction Stance, which is this stance right here. You can move forward and backwards when you're in this stance in BlazBlue, Chrono Phantasma, and up, but you can't do it in this game. So it's like a continuum shift, and I don't really like it that much. The best thing I think about it is I just think that it's good for juggles. Like, you can do quarter circle back or quarter circle forward. I prefer back because back launches them back up into the air a little bit, as you can see, whereas like forward just like slaps them in place, and if they're on the ground or if they're in the air, they're just like, they just Yukimi back up, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, this is good for just attacking characters with and switching back to other characters and extending combos. Like, I can't really show you with new because I haven't played that much with new, which I will play a little bit more with new later on. I just have been so fascinated with the characters I've been playing with. And don't get me wrong, I like Hazama. I like him in this game. I just feel like I get frustrated at times because of the matchups. Like, let's see here. Oh, whoops. You get the idea. I don't really do it that much, but yeah, I haven't really been playing with this team all that much lately because I've been switching back and forth with Hazama and Blake, but you get the idea. I did 7K and I sacrificed my whole tag meter. It's a good placeholder combo, I guess you could call it. Is that a good word for it? A good term? Placeholder combo? You just keep doing that over and over if you have somebody in a combo, and I think that's what Hazama is really good for, because he can keep them in place without you feeling too nervous about them getting away, and you can continue where you were leaving off with in that combo with another character. Let's do it again. Oh shit. Okay, whatever. Yeah, you get it. You can do a super afterwards for all you care, but yeah. That is something that Hazama is really good for. If you're looking for combo stability, this character is your man. But I think that's his best quality. Other than that, I don't think anything besides him having the chains, and the chains like not being, you know, accurate like they were in the previous game. Because in BlazBlue, he could jump B, which is jump D in BlazBlue. He could shoot the chain horizontally, and that's what's killing me in this game. He can't shoot it horizontally, and he can't shoot it upwards. He can only shoot it downwards, and he can hit 2D in the air to shoot it even further downwards at like a different angle. But I don't really think there is much more to this character. He is dope. Like, I like him, but I feel like he's sort of like in mid tier, or like maybe he's just homogenous with the rest of the cast. I still like him, and if you like Hazama, I definitely recommend playing with him, but I just... Now we're going to be getting into Hazama's assists. And I actually kind of like Hazama's assists for certain characters, but not for every character because it doesn't fit all the characters. Here's his 5 assists, meaning I'm not pressing anything. I'm not pressing forward or backwards. It does a knockdown, a hard knockdown that forces the opponent to slide, like no matter what. Oh, whoops. Damn it. Oh my god. And you can pick them up off the ground, like, rather easily. Depending on the character, is pretty easy. You can do it with just a 5A or 5B with a normal character. And this is his 4 assists. And basically, you do the he does a slap and then he launches them into the air. It's really good for somebody if you need a character to be in the air. If you need your opponent to be in the air, if you want to try some cool shit. Oh, whoops. And his 6 assists, I hate this assist, but I love it at the same time. Basically, he does hungry coils, so any opponent that's in the air, he'll slam them on the other side of the screen. I love it. And if you do the cross tag mechanic, if you use the cross tag mechanic, you can do it multiple times. You can get it up to 3 times, but I fucked it up. But it's not really worth it to do it 3 times. Normally what I like to do is... Oh, whoops. God damn it. I hate when this shit doesn't work when I'm on camera. I like to do a combo like that because when you're in the when the cross tag mechanic is enabled, you do get enhanced supers. So, yeah. I think that does it for his assists. Alright, I'm going to teach you guys some basic methods for dealing with reject on this game. So, when an opponent is rejecting, meaning they're hitting A plus D and they're spending 1 bar of meter, you can do a couple of things. You could jump and dash forward, or in Hazama's case, you could also just send a snake out and you'll get them again. If they honestly use reject a second time, that's just their meter that they're wasting. And plus, you can get right up close to them again. Oh, I'm trying to see if you can. Yeah, you can get right up close to them again. And you could also, like I said, you could just jump and do that shit. You can jump and hit B to do the exact same thing you do on the ground. So I think he's really good at dealing with reject on this game. But it's really tough to kind of see that, pattern. Hold on 1 second. Because a lot of the times if you're playing with Hazama and you got a good assist, you might just be used to doing this. And then if you're doing that, you're just welcoming a fucking big punish. So really, I suggest going through the auto combo. Going through the auto combo will save your life. I don't think they're going to reject you as soon as you land. And if they do, then you're just going to whiff that auto combo a second time. Or you're going to whiff it the first time, more rather. That's not that big of a whiff right there. So yeah, that's what I would suggest doing. Or jumping, like I said. I don't know if I went over it, but good combo starters for Hazama would be like A, 2B. And if you hit B again, you could just decide if you want to hit B a 3rd time for the kick. Or you can hit AA, jump AAAA, you know, or you could just hit, like I said, kick AAAA. It's pretty simple. There's a more complicated combo that's kind of hard to pull off. Hold on. God damn it, it's really tight. You gotta like fucking jump after that. And I'm hitting jump, but fuck. You see me hitting jump, but it's just not coming out. God fucking... I was doing this on the beta like all fucking day. Not online, but... yeah, you get the point. You can just end it like that and you get 6.7k, and that's the easiest that you can do, that combo. But you get what I'm saying. But you can also incorporate characters into your combos. This is a tag game, so there is that. I think that just about does it for Hazama for Dummies. I think we're going to post some gameplay of some good matches I've had with Hazama, if that helps anymore. I wish I could be more helpful, but this Hazama is just... he's probably the hardest to learn Hazama that they've made so far. And it's... I don't know if it's hard to learn him because I learned him in BlazBlue and he's much different in the regular BlazBlue titles than he is here, or what. But, yeah. He's definitely tricky. He's still tricky. He still has his bag of tricks. As I mentioned, his snakes they give you massive hit stun no matter where you are on the screen. Unlike in previous versions where if you were close, it didn't give you any hit stun at all. It gives you hit stun no matter where you are, which is good for tag attacks if you can time it properly. And yada yada yada. Yeah, I think I'm going to post some videos along with this to basically solidify my playstyle with Hazama, and hopefully it helps you guys. If it didn't, sorry for wasting your time. You know, one thing I want to talk about is team synergy, which is really important in this game with BlazBlue's cross tag battle. So I think a good partner for Hazama would be Gordo. Of course, Gordo's basically a good partner for everybody because he has Grim Reaper as his 5 assists. But Blake is really good because she has a good 6 assists, which is that it looks really simple, but you can combo off of it with Hazama if you get the timing right. You see what I'm saying? Hold on. It's only just a little 4K combo, but you get it, is what I'm trying to say here. And even when the opponent is blocking, it leaves a little bit of hit stun. So you can like do whatever you want. And a trick I like to do with Hazama, especially when I'm using an assist, is when you hit B twice really fast, as I showed you guys earlier in the video, he zips really fast because he's being catapulted as quick as he can towards that point, which is like right in front of him. So if he does it in the air, he goes straight forward. The same thing happens if you hit 2B in the air really fast. What I like to do is what you just saw right there. When I'm playing with a teammate, I like to go ahead and hit the assist. Not normally when I'm jumping. I'm sorry, that's not what I'm trying to say. Not normally before the chain, after the chain. It wastes like half of the tag meter, but at the same time you get a pretty good cross up, I feel like, a lot of the time, especially if you're using somebody like Yosuke, which I think, after playing with him a little bit more online, I think Yosuke is a good partner for Hazama, but he just doesn't cover all his blind spots. And I feel like Blake covers more of a blind spot with Hazama because she sort of can, like get the ground, like get the enemies up into the air, and it'll make Hazama make a decision like, if they're jumping in the air, then I should definitely jump with them and hit them with some block stun, or just hit them with jumping A. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can demonstrate that. Let me turn that off and actually have the fucking recording set on. Alright. see if I can catch this motherfucker, even though... You see what I'm saying? I feel like she really covers his bases a lot more, whereas Yosuke doesn't really cover the front that well unless he's backing up. But you would have to discover which character you feel like fits your Hazama, because I don't think every Hazama is going to play the same. I try to play Hazama how I feel like he should be played, and that's all I can go with for now, you know, unless I see some really good Hazama with a really good teammate, then I don't know what to say. A lot of people are using New, which New can cover a lot of bases. V13 can, but you know, it's really subjective. I really don't like that team that much, to be honest. It doesn't sit right with me. Like, I don't think V13 works with Hazama that well. Hazama does one cool thing for her in a combo, but that's just about it. But that's the only thing I wanted to talk about when pertaining to team synergy with Hazama. You need a character that covers his bases, or you need a character that can help you combo with him very well. Which Blake can, I just fucked that up.